Guwop family, y'all know I had to bring y'all another video, man. Welcome. We about to get into it. We got Nardo Wick. Why he suddenly disappeared? Let's find out. And shout out to Cole. Hold on. I gotta give my mans a shout out because I said I was gonna do it. Hold on. Where he at? Hold on, my guy. I ain't forget about you. I was about to start without doing it. Where he at? Right here. Hey, shout out to Cole Cooper 1550. Shout out to you, my boy, for subscribing. I'm rocking with you, and you rocking with me. Let's get into it, y'all.
Somebody that people thought had so much potential because he was hot. He had the singles, he had the appeal, the attention, he had everything. It looked like Nardo was supposed to be stamped in music today, but he disappeared for years. He basically abandoned his whole career for a long time.
Buddy, and I don't know how long.
Nardo
I ain't
Wick
even gonna lie.
would drop Who Is Nardo Wick, his debut album. It had some crazy songs on there, big songs that changed his life. And then a couple months later, he would drop a deluxe. Now you probably thinking, oh,
what they know about that Nardo voice peeping out that cut? They go, hey.
He kept
they know about it.
Kept dropping music. No, this man dropped this debut album and went years with nothing. Complete silence for his fans. His fans were starving. He wasn't feeding. And we seen the consequences for this in real time because the talk around Nardo is basically non-existent. There's nothing, there's no.
Oh, what they mean you niggas was really bumping Nardo Wick? Of course. Nardo Wick goes through my speakers not every day, but he goes through that for sure. Now, I ain't gonna lie. I do like him better on features than by himself, only because I feel like he flows more. He pick up off of other people's energy and songs, you know what I'm saying? But other than that, he a good artist. Y'all not about to sit right there and take that away from him, though. I never, ever fought somebody for bumping Nardo. That is crazy.
There's no emphasis on Nardo Wick in hip hop right now. And I think these gaps within his career is what's doing it to him. Now, Nardo, he an artist. He blew up years ago, and his come up was real similar to a lot of other artists.
I was asleep. My phone, she checked my phone while I was asleep. I don't even know why I didn't have a password on it. And then when she seen like all the other shit, like leg, drug, like everything I was talking about in my phone, like, and then she told me one day, like, she ain't tell me the whole day. Who is this that found it?
This must be my Dukes.
When I was in the car with like nighttime, we were driving, like, she started crying, and she was just telling me about all the shit I'm doing.
So basically, your mom, she went to your phone and she found out you were stealing, robbing, and doing all types of crazy.
Yeah.
Hey. For a mother to go through your phone and sit right there and find out that you robbing, stealing, potentially or allegedly killing whatever, or your friends is, that's a different type of feeling coming from a mother. And I got that same exact hoodie bro got on right there. I got that in the closet. Jones tough.
Exactly. Yeah, and then she went like, then she went like, you know, like I'm struggling and you ain't try to help me out with nothing. I was like, I did, like, so I wouldn't have to ask you for nothing, you feel me?
Nardo is young. He ain't any legal problems. He in the streets. But at that same time, Nardo
that's how it is, though,
with
a lot of people in our community,
was
though.
On the same thing.
A lot
Nardo
of people in the streets.
And when he was younger, his mama was in the fraud. She was scamming. And it wasn't like, oh, she was scamming.
Dang. His mom was in the fraud and it was in the scamming? Dang, my deuce was going hard in the paint, bro. A lot of our mamas out here, you know what I'm saying, 9 to 5 killing. I said 9 to 5 killing. Lord. 9 to 5 cooling, you know what I'm saying?
And everything was good. No, she was scamming and got caught. She got hit with 5 years in prison. When
Damn!
Nardo was young, he's 19.
5 years?
His mama got booked.
That is crazy.
So for a lot of his developmental years, when your mom was supposed to be there, she wasn't there for him. He was just with his dad. And by the time she got out,
I mean, that's good if he's being raised by his pops, though.
Think about it. She just got out from behind bars for scamming. None of that money that she had, government probably took all that. So she gets out, Nardo goes stay with her. His whole life was basically flipped upside down.
Your mom gets out of jail. You're living with her. How was the living then? Was you back on y'all money shit, or was it struggling?
Nah. It was like bad. Like, and she'll make it.
Probably
like,
was in Section 8 housing and all that.
Like, I knew
Hey, look, if you don't know Section 8 housing and stuff like that, bro, most of the time that's where all the trapping be going. I'm talking for people who ain't in this environment. That's where the trapping go on that. That's where the drugs, etc., whatever the police be trying to throw in your face and throw propaganda. But it's not all bad 24/7. The hood is not bad 24/7. And most of the time, if you stay out the way, the hood don't even mess with you. Like, it be just like, you know what I'm saying? They say what's up to you, you know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody gonna bother you. Now, if you in it, you in it. But if you not, you not. It's just what it is.
I tell her like for Christmas and shit, like I tell her like she don't feel me, just worry about my little sister, cause my little sister and she don't know, she expecting shit. Like my mom had to do like one time.
Mama was getting it out the
to
mud.
get gas, she had to go and ask the store clerk for $2, like borrow $2 from the store clerk to get gas.
Damn.
So it was real.
They was going through it, boy.
On God, we were at the house. My mama, we ain't had no money, like $0. She ordered food with no money, and when the people got there, she had to act like she couldn't find her money, and they just gave it to her.
They just gave her the food, yeah.
So at the same time, Nardo was in the streets. He was in school, and remember, his mama done walk that life. She know where being in the streets gonna take you, or just doing illegal take you. And so with her saying Nardo,
the streets not always bad. I don't understand.
And I guess you could say in the way he forced himself to graduate high school for her. Now, Nardo, he graduate, but he broke. But he's also trying to rap. But he don't have no way to really promote himself. He don't really have no way of getting himself out there. So all he needed was a little bit of money, promo money. And that's what he did.
He's
got to ask his family members. He was like, look, he made a group chat. Like,
bro.
Y'all each give me $100. I'm trying to, you know, promote my rap career. I'm trying to get something going. I'm trying to do something with my life. So could y'all all just give me a little bit of money to help me out? And out of all these family members that Nardo asked, 2 of them invested in bro. And it wasn't like he was just asking randomly throughout the year. He kind of planned it out. He waited until it was income tax time. He waited until his family members had a...
That's so grimy. He waited until income tax time to ask, you know what I'm saying, his immediate family members, hey, just slide me 100. I'm trying to go ahead and start up my music career. And only 2 people went ahead and gave him something. That's grimy, bro. That's tax. It's tax money. That's, man... They would have to see me.
A little bit of money to spare. Then decided to ask for it, and most of them denied him. They denied him that money. They told him nah. But fast forward, Nardo career get the buzz.
But then like if he would have been in the streets doing what they probably thought he was doing.
But mid blow up, mid getting money, we would see Nardo Wick get arrested. And he would get arrested by the U.S. Marshals. So when these speech came out, Nardo in handcuffs, surrounded by the U.S. Marshals, a lot of people thought he was done for. A lot of people was really like, oh, Nardo Wick escaped the streets just to be back in. But Hot New Hip Hop would write this at the time. Officers in Florida are not letting up on their investigations in the rappers hailing from this state. Several artists done been on the run, and recently, Nardo Wick popped up in handcuffs. Wick was sitting on the ground handcuffed as several officers were standing around him. It's been shared that Wick was detained by U.S. Marshals, and while reports stated it was due to a concealed
U.S. Marshals came and picked that boy up.
And with time, we would find out what really happened.
I also woke up one day to the blogs and saw you can speak on if you can't speak on this or if it's a misunderstanding, but they were like, Nardo Wick, U.S. Marshals go and
pick my brother up for murder, but they was coming from him. But we was leaving the hotel. We were finna come to Atlanta. We were getting in the car with our bag, and they all hopped out on us. But it was only for him, so they wasn't even supposed to with me.
Right, but they ended up putting you in cuffs, putting you on the ground, all that shit.
It was only supposed for him. I had a bag with me, and there was a gun in the bag. And all my jewelry was in the bag. Like everybody up, but all our charges got dropped besides the one who wanted for murder, because they weren't supposed to, for illegal search. They weren't supposed to fuck us, period. And they got my jewelry. The police still got my
dang, he got caught up. And it was almost like a guarantee, like the feds was most definitely watching him, like 100% watching him. They took his jewelry, everything he had on him, basically, because that was a part of the case. Damn.
But Nardo Wick brothers would cause a lot of problems for him. And these wasn't no little problems. These was problems costing money. I'm talking about bad. So let's have a little story time about Nardo Wick and his brothers. Like Nardo said, the U.S. Marshals picked him up. And they picked him up not for him, but because of his brother. Because his brother had an M charge on him, and Nardo Wick just so happened to be.
Yeah, but you affiliated though, so they gonna pick you up too, regardless.
Right? Facing this body. Then sometime in 2024, a whole different situation would spark up with another one of his brothers, his brother Hayward. Now, Nardo said himself that Hayward wasn't in his right mind during this situation.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Hood affiliates.
Ring footage will come out of Hayward trying to break into somebody's house, and it wasn't like, oh yeah, bro just tried to kick in the door. He just came and he grabbed something and he left. He ran up to the door. He tried to get in. He couldn't get in. So he starts shooting at the door.
What?
This is all on.
Hey, what type of crash out behavior is this? Hey, Nardo, you guys, nigga, you better lock in. You better tighten up.
Camera. There's no denying none of this. That footage was 4K. So mid breaking attempt, he just started shooting at the door. First Coast News will write this.
At
A
the
man
whole
is
door.
behind bars
Just because he
caught
couldn't
on
get
video
in.
shooting at the front door
That's
of the home in
crazy.
St. John's. Police department say the shooting happened on March 14th. Ring camera footage shows the man, Hayward, attempting to break into the home, pull out a gun, and shoot at the home's front door. When deputies arrived on the scene, Biggins' arrest report says they found him approximately 100 yards from the home, lying in the road next to a garbage.
Nigga, you tried to break in the house and you was still around the house after you tried to break into it? Well, what's the smarts in that? Like, yo.
His firearm, a Glock 29 10mm, was found 20 yards away from the home in the road. He was arrested, then charged with shooting into an occupied dwelling.
Dummy.
and
Where's that
attempted
boy
armed
helmet?
burglary. The sheriff's office says people were in that home watching TV at the time he started shooting. So Nardo brother got in this situation and they threw him behind bars because you just shot into somebody's house while they in there. While you was trying to break in. His brother and all these big problems. Guess who's spending the money on these lawyers? Guess who's spending that money to help him out of these situations? Nardo Wick.
You already know it's him.
Bro, like you supporting, you try to make sure you good with lawyers, everything.
Yeah, I paid for his lawyer, man. Of course, it's my brother.
Yeah.
Like 25,000, man.
Damn.
Dang, boy, that boy Nardo Wick look like he going through a malnutrition deficit, boy. I ain't never seen. I don't know. I just feel like as a grown man, you ain't supposed to be this skinny, man. Like even certain NBA players and stuff like that, even that they told, you know what I'm saying, height, they ain't this skinny, man. I don't know.
It'd make the headline because like all the headlines be like, Nardo Wick's brother. Like,
And then motherfuckers in the comment talking about
how's family life and everybody.
And money for as legal shit. Literally like over $1 million for sure.
Over $1 million? And legal fees?
My lawyer was
for something somebody else did?
250,000? How many people he killed? Bro, ain't no way a lawyer costs 250?
Yeah, it was for a murder case, but he didn't do that.
250 for
then
a
the
lawyer.
Situation with his brother kept
I just would have been locked up.
Because not only was this case causing the money, remember Nardo talking about his brother wasn't in his right mind, and they took that to the judge, and they had his brother pleading insanity in his breaking.
Insanity.
Nardo Wick and his family are in a tough situation right
hey,
now.
That's the thing about pleading that little insanity, right? Pleading insanity, all that cool. I ain't taking it away from nobody. Get it how you live it, you hear me? But when you plead insanity, they could put you in one of them little houses. And if you ain't really insane, you better be around some insane people and trust and believe. You ain't matching their energy, boy. For sure.
Arrest for attempted burglary back in March. While the rapper has nothing to do with the incident, his community still expressed outrage as this burglary attempt apparently took place near his home. Nevertheless, Biggins and his legal team reportedly filed for an insanity plea in the situation, which means that he seeks mental health and recovering from this incident, but doesn't think that he's directly responsible or accountable for his given struggles.
What?
What's that stuff? They got some headline. They say something with your brother. I know it might be.
He was
fake news.
I can't really talk about it. No,
okay. Okay. Do you get
I don't even remember doing that.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Like he was like, why the would I do that? Like that's what he was saying. He was like, I don't know that. Why the would I do that? And then one time.
How does that affect the family?
Like 5 days. He was.
Is he on drugs? K2?
Hallucinating. I don't know the details of that. I didn't know he was hallucinating.
But he had to be on something. You ain't about to just try to break in the house and then fire right at the door because you can't get in and still be at the scene.
At a show, and then my little sister called and was like,
y'all use your brains. Put two and two together.
What's wrong with him? He keep talking about he sees. It was just tripping. He was hallucinating them. Like when he got in his right mind, he was like he didn't remember that.
That wasn't the only trouble Nardo Wick was in, though. He always carries himself like this. I'm just chilling. I'm not trying to start no BS with nobody. I'm just trying to stay out the way, make my money, make my music.
So why Slim disappeared, though, man? We got to get to that part.
Until you look at everybody else surrounding Nardo Wick.
I get where he going with it, but man, why he disappeared?
They drag him into a problem.
Why do we think he disappeared?
Not the one that's causing most of these situations. He's still associated. Remember them years back when Nardo Wick ended up running into a fan after a show, but this fan meeting ain't go how the fan was expecting. This fan meeting ain't go how Nardo Wick was expecting. This November 2023, Nardo this hot artist. Everybody loving Nardo Wick, and he does a show, and the fan loves Nardo Wick. He go to Wick. He like, trying to take a picture.
Well, he tried to get a picture with him.
He wasn't even approaching him on some "I'ma hurt you" timing. He was.
Oh, don't try to tell me Nardo was on some Hollywood
I'm just trying
stuff.
to show some love. But Nardo with security ain't see it this way. Well, not even necessarily his security, just some niggas he was with didn't see it that way. And when bro walked up on Nardo Wick,
how he walked up on him?
They just locked on him as a threat. He walks up to Nardo Wick.
Well, it depends on how Slim walked on him though.
Stole off on bro. He hit him so hard.
Nardo stole off?
One of the dudes Nardo was with stole off on bro. He hit him so hard, he fell into a brick wall and hit his head on it. But then,
damn. Boy, that's some street beef type hit right there. Hey, look. When you get to a certain status and you get to a certain level, you got to watch who you keep around you. Don't get me wrong. Even that you moving on your day-to-day basis, you always supposed to see like, all right, Slim right here, he ain't on my time. I'm cool off him. But when you get to his status, like Nardo Wick status, bro, you a celebrity, bro. You making millions and millions of dollars. You got to watch who you got around you 24/7 throughout the day. 24/7. And it's not going to be easy. Unfortunately, it's just not going to be easy. But to have a liability like that around you, you losing money, man. Straight up.
Same time he recovering from hitting a brick wall, a whole other dude pull up. They start jumping this man, really for no reason.
God.
If you felt like this man was a threat when he was approaching Nardo
Come
Wick,
on, dog.
all you had to do was go up to him, tell him, look, you not finna go over there with Nardo Wick. You didn't have to punch this nigga into a brick wall and start jumping him. And this situation had Nardo Wick looking insane, even
he ain't stop it, did he?
himself didn't put hands on nobody, even though he himself didn't orchestrate this. XXL
don't matter, he ain't stop it.
In the clip, it shows an excited fan walking up to Nardo and his team after a show in Florida. Almost immediately, a member of Nardo's team lands a sucker punch on the kid's face. He hit his head on the brick wall, and then another person came tackle the fan to the ground. They jumping him. Nardo then appears to pull the entourage member off the dude while he was knocked out on the ground. Tampa police would say this in a statement. Immediately following the incident, the victim was transported to the hospital located outside the county, where the report was later made. Following the report, Tampa began their investigation. At the time, the victim remains in critical but stable condition.
Boy, I know he got paid. Y'all beat that man up all because he wanted to get a picture? And then, I don't know, bro, depending on how he walked up to him. But even then, bro, it don't take 4 people to jump him, 4 or 5, whatever. To get jumped, that means you had to get, it's more than like 3 people. You had, you know what I'm saying? So I'm assuming it's 4 or 5 because, you know, celebrities roll deep. But that don't call for that. And he got put in critical condition. I'm suing everybody, nigga.
On social media and are interested in speaking to anyone who witnessed the incident or have any information that would assist in identifying the suspects. And it wasn't just the detectives talking. That boy mama
I'll be walking the court
mad.
like these.
She was online mad saying this.
Crutches
I want
and all.
everybody to see what they did to my son. At no point was my son aggressive. At no point did my son show any signs of harm. My son wanted a stupid picture with his favorite rapper. And
Damn, she had to call the picture stupid though.
This could have turned
I
out.
see it though.
I don't condone that situation that happened. I don't stand for that situation.
No. This is the baby part 2 right here. This is the baby part 2 right here. Y'all gotta think about what y'all say. Y'all gotta talk to y'all publicists before y'all come out and say certain things like this. Cause what he about to say is he don't think it was wrong. Woo 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 woo. But in the video, you was standing right there and you ain't stop it. So if they gonna hit you with the, if you thought that in your head, why you ain't stop it?
Fully unaware that situation was about to take place. Feel me? As soon as it happened, I tried to de-escalate the situation. And after the situation, I got in contact with his mom. I sent him my number. I called, asked how he was doing. I told her I'd do anything to make it up to him as a fan. You feel me? I told her to keep me updated on his health.
As a fan, as a person, son, be in critical condition. Oh, for y'all being.
Nah, it ain't none of that. You feel me? I genuinely care about the fan. That's all I'm worrying about right now. I don't give a damn about like where everybody talking about. Sue. I don't care about that. They gonna do what they gotta do. They do what they do. You feel me? Right now I'm worrying about the fan base. He's straight, and you feel me? I just want him to know that I ain't condone that. I ain't want that to happen. That ain't how I treat my fans. I love my fans. I don't rock like that at all. You feel me? That wasn't gangster. That wasn't cool. I ain't know that.
Nah, it ain't never cool to beat up one of your fans, bro. That's lame as hell.
I love all my fans. I welcome all my fans with open arms. You feel me? After the situation happened, I was mad as hell. You feel me? I got in contact with his mama that same night. I checked on him and I told her anything he need. You feel me? I got him. You feel me? Ain't nothing like that gonna ever happen.
Oh, this cool. Yeah, whatever. This cool and all, but the situation should have been dead right then and there. Cause you You the brand, you the money ticket, you the lottery ticket, period, point blank. You are the main breadwinner. You are the man in front. You know what I'm saying? You head honcho. So if you say, all right, cool, this ain't supposed to go on, this ain't supposed to happen, or hey, go ahead, cut that, kill that. It should happen automatically. Automatically. So you should have been able to stop it right then and there, in my personal opinion.
You feel me? I promise I make sure that if you a fan, you can ask me for a picture.
Shit,
and when this happened, Nardo got the most backlash he probably ever
I ain't trying to get beat up in critical
deserved, even if he wasn't the one who put hands on it. It was his people. It was these people that he got in his circle that did it. So it happens. Nardo getting backlash. He would get online and he would respond. He would apologize for everything that happened to dude. And you probably thinking that was the end of the situation. But it wasn't. Because this was something serious. It was legal issues. He had to go to court. They got arrested behind this. Not Nardo Wick, but the people.
This was a whole case.
So these court dates got to happen. But before these court dates, they end up granting one of the dudes bond. So fast forward some months, he on bond. He got to go to court. This court date comes up, and instead of him going to the court date, showing up like he supposed to,
nigga went on the run.
He skipped this court date. Forfeited his bond. Now I look for some updates on this person that skipped this court date, but I couldn't really find a lot. Just think about how bad of a look this was for Nardo Wick. Not even just for Nardo Wick, but also the dude, nigga, he ain't deserve that. That's
Facts.
Can't be a
Thank you.
You never know what type of timing.
He ain't deserve this, bro.
Keep in mind, this going down while Nardo basically put his career on halt. All these years was going by with no music, but had legal issues in the background piling up. We wasn't getting no music. He wasn't feeding.
So I want y'all to look at it like this, right? Slim was making all this money, millions of dollars, but he kept on getting in the scandals, whether it was his fault or not. He kept on getting in the scandals. So you know what that do? Your money was up here, your fame was up here. It started going down. Guess what? It come to a halt. And I tell you what, it's harder to get back up to where you just came from.
But he was in constant problems that really didn't have anything to do with him as a person. So Nardo took this music break, career break, and it was kind of expected for somebody like him because
for like 2
think
years.
about this whole image he done created. Think about how he promotes himself. Think about how he shows himself. He's always been this quiet, reserved person. That's what he say. He always say, I'm out the way. I'm laying low. And when it came to his career, he treated that exactly how he treated his real life. And that's the thing that a lot of people do. They'll treat their careers, they'll treat whatever they have going on in their life, how they actually carry themselves. So you see this nigga, he laying low. Of course he gonna lay low when it comes to his music. You see people that can't commit to a relationship, of course they can't commit to something they really doing in real life. It was one of them situations. But it was also him procrastinating at that same time. And I know this because he said it himself. He said it was a mix of him just being how he is and procrastinating and having whatever.
Boy, I wish I would start getting lazy and I'm making millions. Boy, now I'm ready to kick it. I'm ready to get multi-millions. All right, what's up with niggas?
Problems he had going on.
Fans, always talking about music. We want to just know what you've been going on with, because I haven't even seen an interview that you've done recently either.
I did an interview. Nah, I really been chilling. Like, I don't feel as long as it's done being. Just like I say, been chilling. I've been
come on,
just on tour. I just got off tour. But
you need to go get in the lab, bro.
Honestly, I've been working though. I've been ready to drop. It's a lot of procrastination, but I'm finna drop. It's rolling out. It's coming together. I just do what I gotta do. Stay out the way.
You enjoy it?
Yeah. I gotta go outside a little more. I'm finna start going outside a little bit more, hanging out a little bit. Gotta be chilling. I be in the house, like don't be doing shit. Be chilling either with the guys, in the house later, shit like that.
I mean, I respect it, bro. He live a cool, chill life, but I'm just saying,
it ain't even.
You can't get off your balance either, bro. You can chill, smoke, do whatever you do, but you can't get off your balance.
Yeah, but people probably see you like whether it's a performance. I don't know if you pop up at clubs.
That's the only time motherfuckers see me is a show booking.
Yeah, that's what they're supposed to see. What the hell else they supposed to see you at the mall? Hell no. Nah.
But finally, 2025 comes around and he drops his second album, Wick, for the first time in years. But this came out at a time where there was no buzz,
this one. I ain't gonna lie.
In other words, no excitement was there for this project.
Yeah, I'm saying, I don't know about it. I ain't even know he released.
The numbers thing, because y'all know I don't do that. but the numbers reflected him taking these gaps, reflected him basically taking years on years
what he
away
expected
from music,
though?
because this album came out, and I'm not saying it's a bad album. Don't twist my words. I'm just saying the attention for this album wasn't there. And with Nardo Wick, I feel like if he was to do a good feature, if he was to do a big song, he could bounce back. Because this album came out and it didn't even chart on Billboard.
Dang.
His last project charted at number 16.
Yeah, about to
This
say,
one
his
came
last
out.
joint was
There's no
hot.
Billboard chart data. There's no academics tweets with first week sales on it. There's
Joint went
no
platinum,
numbers
8
that
times
you can
platinum,
actually
wasn't it?
find on this project unless you go to his Spotify and you look at the streams that each song had. So this was one of them.
I said 8 times platinum. That was just a little link to it.
Because Nardo Wick, he not a bad artist. Is he my type of artist that I'm Nah, but he got people that like him. He has the appeal. Even though he dropped in February this year, it do seem like he kind of stepped away from music because it's kind of quiet. After he dropped this album, he did a couple of interviews.
Y'all think my
he
stuff
talked a
went
little
out for a
bit,
quick
but he's
second,
not
man.
really too active on social media. He's not really too active with his own music. So yeah, he dropped this year, but it took years for him to drop again. How long you think it's gonna be until we get another Nardo Wick project, until we get another body of music? But what do y'all think about Nardo Wick? Did he actually kill his career, or is he just chilling in?
Man, look, this is my personal opinion, right? Look at it like this. Like I said, you up here, you making all your money. You just hit the top of your peak, right? And you young. You just hit the top of your peak. Now you hanging around people who getting into the same stupid, you know what I'm saying, wrong stuff that that they was getting into back at home. You know what I'm saying? You bring them with you. You did. Now, you got people who beating up your fans. You got your brother. One got locked up for a murder. You got hit down with the U.S. Marshals and you was dead. That got bad. That's bad for your publicity right there. Then your other brother, he had some type of little mental case. You know what I'm saying? But still, that's your brother, so it look bad on you, even though that's out of your control. So I'm not, you know what I'm saying, whatever. But you had that. Then you got lazy. So, you know what I'm saying? He ripping his benefits of what he doing. He reaping what he sow, unfortunately. But I mean, ain't never too late to bounce back, ever in life. Ain't never too late. So he just gotta lock in, get in the lab, do what he gotta do. But hey, we on the road to 500 subscribers, bro. I'm trying to get to 500 subscribers. So I need y'all to like, comment, and subscribe on this video, man. It pushes it through the algorithm. So I need y'all to go ahead and do that for me. If you rocking with me, let this video right here get 5 likes. I need 5 likes on this show. I'm out, y'all. Peace. Appreciate y'all for watching.